Thank you very much, Phyllis. You may be seated. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, as was mentioned earlier, Kenya has adopted a new devolved system of government, and many of those counties are also showcasing their investment potential and possibilities right outside here. Well, you may not know, but before we built our new Senate chamber, the Senate, that is really largely responsible for devolution in our country, was housed actually in this very room that we are currently sitting in. And last night, we unfortunately lost a very senior senator, Senator Otieno Kajwang, and I would like, given the fact that we are here, if you would join me in just standing for 1 minute, silence in remembrance of that late senator. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, let me begin by saying that on behalf of the government and the people of Kenya, let me extend a warm welcome to you all. We are delighted you are here and trust that indeed you will also spare some time during your stay in Kenya to enjoy some of the pleasures of our country. Once again, Karibuni Kenya. Let me say it is a special pleasure to join you today as we meet here to consider how best to strengthen our enterprises and to see how we can consolidate Kenya's position as Africa's gateway and prime investment destination. Today, we display Kenya's investment opportunities. Today, we bring national, regional, and international investors together with the country's leadership. Today we exchange ideas and we learn from each other's experience. Of course, as was stated by our Secretary General, we also meet at an auspicious moment for Africa. Our continent is now the world's investment frontier. It offers attractive investment opportunities, not only for our local investors, but also for international investors. My government welcomes investors from all parts of the world to complement our local investors. As the chairman of the Chamber of Commerce said, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, we go together. We believe we need to go together, local investment and our international investors. But also as Kenya, we're very clear. We want to also walk together with our brothers and sisters in the region. We must admit that to succeed in the war against poverty, it is clear that as Kenya and the East African region as a whole, we must embrace genuine investors from other parts of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, investment is key to our economy. Without it, we cannot create the jobs that will sustain our young men and women or relieve the poverty that still disfigures the lives of our people. That is why my government is so assertively marketing the country and working to remove all obstacles that stand in the way of productive investment by investors, both local and international. Already, we have begun to modernize and expand railway infrastructure in the country. Our rail flagship project, the standard gauge railway that links Mombasa to Nairobi, and which eventually will knit our entire region together. We have recently commissioned 140 megawatts of geothermal, with another 70 megawatts, which again we will commission early December. All these are core part of our manifesto commitment to generate 5,000 megawatts of power by 2017. My government also launched a single window electronic clearing system to hasten clearance of imports and exports. We have also cut the container transit time along the Mombasa to Kampala route from 22 days to 6 days. Export and import procedures are now handled under one electronic framework. We are also accelerating our commitments to bilateral investment treaties, as was mentioned, and the signing of double taxation agreements with our key investing and trading partners. We have deepened regional integration to improve the attractiveness of the region to investors and to ensure that we prosper with our neighbors. Indeed, we are working to establish a free trade area across the East African Community, COMESA, and SADC regions, creating a market of nearly 600 million people. We know all too well that our growth is also unsustainable if it is not equitable, and that is why we have established funds that grant credit on concessional terms to the disadvantaged in our community, our Uwezo Fund, the Youth and Women Enterprise Funds, amongst others. Ladies and gentlemen, I've taken trouble to enumerate these measures to demonstrate the seriousness with which we take our investors and the need to improve their operational environment. While we offer attractive physical infrastructure and other services to investors, we are also ready and willing to consider other ways and incentives of making investing in Kenya attractive as well as rewarding. I am particularly interested in hearing from you to appreciate your needs, but more importantly, to hear what you would wish the government could do that it is not doing. Let me also hasten to inform you that my government is in this regard developing a comprehensive national investment policy that will consider the attractiveness of the incentives we are currently offering and other important aspects such as local content and joint ventures. Ladies and gentlemen, to facilitate investors and provide seamless and efficient services, we are working to improve and upgrade our existing one-stop center to a state-of-the-art one-stop center for investors, bringing together under one roof all government ministries and agencies involved in investment facilitation. And indeed, it is our intention at that stage to ensure that very senior officers are seconded to this center, officers with the authority to make decisions. As I close my remarks, let me say that it is the intention of my government to see this conference mature into an annual forum, a forum to examine how we have been faring with regard to investment in Kenya, but more importantly, to appreciate emerging challenges and what policy priorities should take center stage so as to spur the desired investment that is necessary to deliver the promise we have made to our people of building a better Kenya for all. Let me close by thanking you for honoring us and attending this important conference. And I also wish to thank the Ministry of East African Affairs, Commerce and Tourism, the Kenya Investment Authority, the Kenya Promotion Council, the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, the Private Sector Alliance, and indeed you too, Bwana Mohamed Asante Sijasahau, Minister Industrialization, for the effort you have made to organize and make this conference a success. It is my hope that your deliberations will not only be fruitful, but they will transmit into concrete investment proposals. And indeed, with these very few remarks, It is now my pleasure to declare the inaugural Kenya International Investment and Trade Conference officially opened. God bless you, and I wish you all the very best. Thank you very much.
Check. All right, we'll let His Excellency, the President, leave the room, and then kindly hold on to your seats. We will make some short announcements.
So the President, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, has just finished addressing a delegation of more than 700 investors. And this event is coming live from KICC, the Kenya International Investment Conference, the first of its kind, seeking to woo investors into the economy so that they may come and establish their businesses here. And some of the successes that Uhuru Kenyatta has lined up for them is that the standard gauge railway is well on course. And of course, the 140 megawatts of power that got commissioned last month, he has also talked about that, and the fact that they are doing everything possible to make doing of business in Kenya as easy as possible and as affordable as possible. It's also highlighted the single window system of clearing goods and cargo that is moving within East Africa. And those are just some of the things that